Okay.
Hello, boys and girls. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining us at the cafe, guys. I am super duper excited because I get to hang out with Mona Shroff, boys and girls, and we are here with her, helping her to celebrate the release of the 5-day reunion, boys and girls. So I'm excited about that. I know she's excited to be with us on the cafe as well. So, guys, stop what you're doing, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend that Mona Shroff is hanging out with us, whether you're watching on Facebook Live or you're watching us on YouTube or what have you. You know how we like to do it here. We're interactive. So if you have a question for Mona, put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And we're going to get started. Okay, Mona, can you introduce yourself to the people on this evening?
Well, I think you did a great job of that. But I am Mona Shroff, and this is my where'd it go? This is my third book, and it's my first special edition book that has come out. And it came out about a week ago, and I am super excited. I mean, every time a book baby's born, we're all authors are like, it's my baby and it's out in the world. And I'm really, really excited to have it out, and I'm really excited for people to read it. And I hope that everybody enjoys it. And I'm so excited to be with you, Angela. This is our second time together. And
Yes.
I love it. I was like, oh, I already know her. Well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. I know it.
I love it. And Mona, they are giving you some love out there. You have Mama Tony hanging out with us. You have Tiffany Jones
Oh,
hanging out with us
yay.
as well. You have Shay Baby from Brown Book Series hanging out with us as well. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us at the cafe as we talk with Mona. And guys, as she said, this is her first, not her first novel, but her first book with special edition. With that's one of the Harlequin lines as well. And so, Mona, before we get started, we have to talk about this cover because, first of all, you know I'm a cover nerd, and it was for me. When you did the cover reveal and the unboxing, it was love at first sight for me. Okay, I don't know about you when you saw it. Tell me about this cover. I love the colors and everything.
I mean, I have a big poster of it back here too. You can see how much I love it. And I do. I love the colors. I love the representation that we have on our covers, on this cover in particular. And, it does take place over the course of a 5-day wedding, an Indian wedding. So it's absolutely representative of what's going on in the book. And I love how they did Anita and Nikhil. And this is actually from the colors and everything is probably from the first day from the Mendi party. That was the kind of concept that my editor was trying to go with. And I mean, I just think it's eye-catching. I think it's representative, and those are the two things that I really cared about. I just love it. I do love, and I think, I keep doing that wrong. Here we go. And I love them. I love the way they're close to each other. There's that intimacy. I love the little tagline. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I couldn't be happier.
Yes, and
Yeah.
guys, the tagline says she can pretend they're married, but her love is real. And if you have read the book, if it's on your TBR list, this is one of those fake romance tropes. Um, Mona, can you share a little bit? Because I heard it through the grapevine that you kind of like the fake romance tropes. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's one of those things that I didn't know that I like the fake relationship until someone asked me a question like, what are your favorite movies? What are your rom-coms? What are your favorite books? And I started coming up like The Proposal, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And I was like, oh, I really like this fake relationship thing. And so when it came to do a special edition, I was like, let's try to write one. So it's a lot harder to write one than it is to read one. But that's why I wanted to hit it, because I do really love, and I love the second chance. I think if you read any of my books before, I love a good second chance. So this is a second chance, fake relationship, one bed kind of trope.
Close proximity. Guys, look, you got all the skills, okay?
Yes. So they were divorced. They were married 2 years, got divorced, have been divorced for 3 years. His mom never told anybody that they were never married. They were never divorced.
Look, leave it to mom, right? Leave it to mom.
And so his sister's getting married now. So the mom goes to the ex-daughter-in-law, Anita, and says, hey, come and pretend to be married to my son for 5 days and I'll pay for a year of law school. It's kind of like an offer she can't refuse. So she agrees to it. And so now they have to act as a married couple for 5 days. And they have to share the same room because it's like a big house and all the families there and they're all living together. So they can't have separate rooms. So they have to be in the same room. Right.
So guys, there you have it. You got the close proximity. You know, they were technically divorced, but mom didn't tell anybody. Okay.
Right.
So they got to keep up this facade. And so I love how in your books, guys, if you are new to Mona Shroff, oh my goodness, we will definitely tell you at the end how to find her backlist, all of that good stuff. But I love how you incorporate the Indian culture into your books and things of that nature and bring us into your world is amazing. Can you share with us a little bit about the 5-day celebration for this beautiful wedding that's going to take place?
So it's 5 days in this book. It can be 5 days. It can be 3 days. You know, it's kind of depends on what everybody wants. My personal wedding, mine was 3 days. Okay. This book is 5 days because the sister does also marry a non-Indian person. So I had to make room I needed an extra day. So I made room for like a church wedding and a rehearsal dinner. It's actually patterned after my brother's wedding, who basically had something very similar to this. So the first day is what we call the Mehndi party. And that's where the bride and all her friends and the family, whoever wants to, has their henna, their Mehndi applied. And then the second day is sort of the removal of obstacles ceremony in the morning, and then some kind of either like a singing show or like folk dancing or something in the evening. And then we have or I think I didn't do the dance. I think we instead went with the rehearsal dinner. So there's a rehearsal dinner in there, there's a church wedding, and then we also have the wedding, the Indian wedding. We'll have the wedding in the morning and then the reception in the evening. So I feel like I have 6 or 7 events at least, and all of them have different clothes. And then there's the in-between times. You know, a lot of things happen in the in-between times, like, you know, after the wedding and you're waiting for a reception, things happen, you know, and lots of hair has to get done, lots of makeup has to get done. So all of that is incorporated in there too.
Now, Mona, you have to share about the clothes. Oh my goodness, they're like beautiful. Please share a little bit about the clothes at these weddings.
So every ceremony will have like a different, we wear obviously different outfits because you're with the same people. And I feel like we get progressively more dressy as we get closer and closer to the wedding and the reception. So it's all sort of a build up to that. When you're getting your Mehndi done, you obviously wear something very simple because the Mehndi could stain it or something. So that's more of a simple outfit. And then when you do the removal of obstacles ceremony, which is the Ganesh Puja, that also involves like almost like a turmeric, like rubbing of a turmeric paste on you, and that can stain. So, you know, we tend to wear like a simpler sari or a simpler outfit for that. And then obviously on the wedding day, our colors are red and white. For at least, I don't want to speak for all of India. I'll speak for our family and for Gujarat. We tend to do red and white. So it's traditionally like a white sari with like a red border. But nowadays in more modern times, we're moving to like more reds or more white, you know, and different kinds of outfits, not always just a straight sari. Sometimes it's like a blouse and a skirt, like a lehenga or something like that. And the guys' fashion has come a long way. And so they have the sherwanis, which are, if you're familiar with like the long kind of jacket with the scarf, and that's more formal. At the Mehndi party, Nikhil starts out with just a simple like tunic called a jabbo, and that's, you know, more simple. So we kind of work them up as well.
I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, if you are joining us, I'm hanging out with Mona Shroff, guys. I am super duper excited. I hope you guys are super duper excited. Guys, this is her debut with a special edition, one of the Harlequin lines. It is the 5-day reunion. Guys, check out that cover that we just raved about as well. Now, Mona, share with us a little bit, because Nikhil and Anita, can you describe Nikhil for us, for those who may not have read the book yet or it's on their TBR list? Can you describe him for us? Tell us a little bit about him.
So Nikhil is he's the black sheep of his family. He's the middle child, and his entire family are lawyers. And he wants, for various reasons, he wants nothing to do with being a lawyer. He wants to do his own thing. And while they're not necessarily unsupportive, they aren't necessarily supportive either. And I think there are a couple instances where the mom is out and out not supportive of his, it's not as important as being a lawyer. So his dad and mom were lawyers. His dad passed when he was younger, and the mother has raised these children, kept her law practice going, and it's a booming practice. And he decides he wants to be a writer. And so we all know the struggles that come along with being a writer. And so he's not successful in the beginning, and he kind of makes a bunch of sacrifices and some mistakes along the way. And when we start our story, he's a best-selling author. And so he's a workaholic, which is interesting because his whole family's workaholics, and that's what he didn't like about them being in law.
I know, because like, look, even for and this is not a spoiler, boys and girls, is right at the beginning, but even at the wedding, he gets like a call from like his agent, and he's trying to like plan a virtual event. He's like, hopefully I can get away for maybe 30 minutes, an hour. But he was like, hey, work is work. I got to get work done.
He does. He takes a meeting at the wedding. He takes a meeting at the wedding. So in between times, he does.
Exactly.
So,
Now, with this particular story, guys, if you don't know, it's also going to be a series. It's going to be called, the Forever? No, what's the series going to be called?
Once Upon a Wedding.
Once Upon a Wedding. Now, are you able to share with us how many books will be in that series, or you don't know yet?
You know what? I don't know yet, but I am. I had the next one in the series is what I'm editing this weekend, basically, and that comes out in June. And all of these books are going to be standalones.
Okay.
So you don't have to start at the beginning. I mean, you can, but you don't have to start at the beginning. You can read them at any time. Pick it up whenever you want. And the Once Upon a Wedding basically means that each book has to touch a wedding in somehow. So the next book that I'm writing is about actually Anita's brother, who is a caterer, and her best friend, who is also is a pastry chef.
Okay.
And so they cater weddings. So
I love that. Okay.
That's how they touch weddings. So each book touches away. So it's not necessarily like the couple, like in this one, it was Tina's wedding, but these two were at the wedding.
Okay.
It's not every time their wedding. Sometimes it is, but so I have a few more ideas coming up. I've got a runaway bride.
Okay.
After that one. So but you can pick it up.
One thing that they can, if they don't take anything else away, they can know that with this series, in some shape, way, or form, there will be some type of wedding going on. They will all touch the wedding thing. Okay, gotcha. And you do have a question. Tiffany wanted to know, how did you pick the location for this book, the 5-day reunion?
So my locations, I have to say, I do what I know. So it's really where I live. So I live in Maryland. So most of my books are set in like the Baltimore and surrounding areas so far. I might change that a little bit, but it's nice to be able to put in like local landmarks and things. It's kind of fun, especially when local people read it. They're like, oh, I know that lake, or I know this place, that kind of thing. So that's how I chose the location. It's Baltimore. So
I love that. And Mona, share with us in this book, because you have some characters in this book, which one was the most fun to write? And it could be multiple.
Which one was the most fun to write? I liked writing. Oh God, I liked writing Nick Hill. I liked writing the tension between Anita and Nick Hill. I did like writing his brother Rocky because in
Okay.
the beginning Rocky is kind of a jerk, or so we think. But I liked writing his development as a character and developing his relationship with Nick Hill and developing that that bond. I liked doing that quite a bit. So and then it's always fun to write like in a controlling mom. So I did that too. That was fun. Yeah.
I love that. Boys and girls, again, if you are just joining us, like, tag, and share, tell a friend, come on over to the cafe because we are hanging out with Mona Shroff, guys. We are talking about the 5-day reunion as well. And guys, Mona is getting ready to share with us just a snippet, just to wet your whistle, to give you a little bit about the 5-day reunion. Mona, are you ready to share with us?
I am absolutely ready. So it's from the first chapter. So basically we're at the Mendy party. And he's talking to his sister, and the sister's been kind of upset, and the sister says to him, "She's here." Nikhil had no idea what she was talking about, but the look on her face, the alarm in her eyes, unsettled him. Who is? There you are, beta, Seema Joshi, his mom. His voice cut out through the din. She was the mother of the bride, and her outfit reflected that to perfection. Her peach-colored sari was exquisitely wrapped, her hair was up, and her delicate jewelry sparkled. Nikhil looked away from his sister to see his mother grinning too widely, her eyes too sparkly. His stomach roiled. Something was clearly up. This was not good. Come and say hello to your grandfather. He just got here, his mother called. Nikhil glanced at Tina. Her eyes were wide. She bit her bottom lip. Her entire being went into high alert as he approached. His entire being went into high alert as he approached his mother. As he reached her, his heart nearly fell into his stomach. Standing behind his mother, looking drop-dead gorgeous in a simple peacock blue sari, her black hair in a high, sleek ponytail, amber eyes wide, was none other than Anita Varani, his ex-wife. He didn't even know she was coming.
See, first of all, the mother didn't tell anybody that they were not that they were divorced, and she didn't even tell them that she was coming to the wedding. So, guys, okay, we told you it's close proximity, it's fake dating, it's second chance at romance, all of the good stuff, all the feels, or what have you. So, if you haven't had the opportunity, guys, it is available now in stores, or what have you. You definitely want to get you a copy of it too. And so, Mona, tell us a little bit about. Because I know you are busy because you are an optometrist during the day, and then you are writing some great and amazing romance novels at night. Tell us a little bit about that, about your experience and your writing flow. Since you're working and you're writing, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, I work. I'm working part-time. I work part-time, so I don't go to the office every single day. I work in the office 2 to 3 days a week. So on the days that I go, if I'm on deadline, I try to get like an hour or so, a couple hours in the morning before I go. And then the other days are basically writing days and maybe like a few hours to run errands. And so I basically just get to my desk in my office, which you see here, by about 9:30 or 10. You have to like walk the dog and exercise and do all those good things for ourselves. And just sit down and write. So sometimes it's a plotting day. Some days it's just knocking out the words. Some days you're editing. Some days to split it. Like now I'm learning because I have more than one book going at any time. So now I'm trying to learn from my friends how to like divide my time. So it's all a learning process. It's nothing set for sure. I bring my water, bring my coffee, and I just try to, really get to it. Some days you're just staring into space because you're thinking. And I've been told that's real writing time, and it is because you need to stare in space a little bit. But yeah, so that's it. It's not, it's not super exciting, but that's basically what I do, try to make it happen.
Now, do you have any writing quirks? Like, are there any must-haves that you say, okay, I have to have this in order to, to get in my writing flow. I have to have a certain pen or anything like that. Do you have any writing quirks
I do. It's funny that you say someone gifted me these pens and now I just keep buying them. They're Uniball. I don't know what it is. They come in all colors because I like to write in different colors. So I do have my book that when I start out with. And so and I'm not that original. Blue for him, pink for her,
Okay.
But I do like to do that when I first start. That's part of the steering in the space. Like, what do I think is going to happen? Who are these people?
Okay.
I also do use, I guess the biggest quirk I have, I didn't even realize I had until my husband mentioned it. But when I am in a book, meaning I got to get it out. You can't see my computer right now, but I got sticky notes all over it. There are sticky notes on the door over here. There are sticky notes all over my desk.
Okay.
And he just, and I didn't realize it, but he's like, your desk has sticky notes. I'm like, don't touch.
Don't touch.
Don't touch my sticky notes. So I am, and I also color coordinate. I get 2 different colors, whatever, and that's where I write down what I have to remember to go back and do, or any little thought I have, I write it down, and I use my special pens. I also use note cards. I was using more note cards, but now I really find I'm a sticky note person.
Okay.
They're literally, I know they're everywhere because when I'm done writing a book, I pick them all up and I throw them away, and my desk is clean. I can see it again.
Wow. I love that. Now, do you ever take pictures so you can have it to say, okay, this is what it looked like when I was working on X, Y, and Z? Or no, once you clean it up, it's over. You're done.
I don't want anybody to see that.
I love that. So boys and girls, pens, special pens. Let me say that. She has her special pens. She has her sticky notes that she has everywhere. And let me just tell you, she has her creative flow going. And after that, we have voila. We have her book. Yes. Well, Mona, of course, we have to play a round of this or that. Of course, there's no right or wrong answer because it is all things according to Mona Shroff. Now, Mona, this is a special one because we got Valentine's Day coming up. So this is like this or that, the Valentine's Day edition. Does that make sense? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Look, she's like, uh-oh. Okay, let me get my questions. All right. Okay, first one. Flowers or chocolate?
Oh, chocolate.
Look, she's like chocolate. No question, chocolate. Okay. A beach date or a mountain date?
Ooh. Well, Valentine's Day is in the winter, so I'm going to go with beach date.
Okay. Nice. All right. Dress up or casual?
I like to dress up.
Okay.
Yes, dress up.
I love it. Okay. Red wine or white wine?
White wine. Red wine gives me migraines. It's a long story.
Mona, you're like absolute in your answers. You're like, yep, nope, this is what it is. Okay. Lace or leather?
Oh. Here's one of those where you want to say leather, but you really are lace. So lace.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Okay. Romance audiobook or romance podcast?
I can't say both.
Yeah, it's up to you. This is all things according to Mona.
I want both. I would love. I've listened to audiobooks. Because that's sometimes you got to get your reading in, and sometimes I do listen to audiobooks. But I do love a fun romance podcast. And there's some good ones coming up now. Some new ones.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now this one is a little bit different only because this is at the cafe and we have to ask you this one. Okay, are you team tea or are you team coffee?
Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee. I know it.
I love it. Now, Mona, I do have to ask you because I want you to know, since reading your other books, I'm drinking shy, okay?
Oh.
So I need you to tell me, how can I thicken it up? Like the other day, I did add a little bit of milk, but I didn't warm the milk. Like the tea was hot, but of course, when I added the milk, it cooled it down.
Right.
So how can I get it
So here's a couple of things you can do if you have a minute. So because everyone's chai is different. So I did blurt out coffee, but I will drink chai too. I mean, in the afternoon, morning it has to be coffee, but I do drink chai occasionally. So the traditional way that we make chai is you put the water, the tea leaves, the spices.
Okay.
Boil that, and then you add the milk to that, and you boil it. And if you want sugar or anything, you add it at that time. You can
okay, gotcha. Okay, maybe that's what I'm doing.
That's
okay, gotcha.
how you get like a little bit of a milkier, thicker.
Yes, because I was like, it gotta be a way.
Yeah.
It was okay. Don't laugh. So I'm drinking it, and my husband he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's chai." But I probably just messed it all up. But I drunk it.
It's different proportions too. Like some people like more milk, some people like less milk, but I usually do a 50-50 for my in-laws. They like it that way, or when I make it. I like a little bit less milk sometimes. So it just depends. Now my mom and dad, they do a whole other thing where they make it and then they heat the milk up separately and then add it.
Oh.
You can do that too. It's still good. It's not quite as thick sometimes because the milk hasn't boiled.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So many variations.
I was determined. I said, you know what? When I speak with Mona, I gotta get the tea on this chai because, like I said, I bought some and I've been drinking it, but I was like, it has to be a way to thicken it up a little bit. So, okay, gotcha. Thank you for sharing that. So, anybody else, if you needed to know, how to thicken up your chai, Mona just shared that with us as well. Mona, oh my goodness, the time goes by so fast. We just had an amazing time. And guys, of course, Mona has an amazing giveaway. I'm going to let her share with us what the giveaway is going to be.
So I'm absolutely going to be giving away a copy of the 5-day reunion, and I'm gonna throw some swag in there. I have swag because we couldn't go to any meetings, so I have all this swag that I bought for meetings back in 2022, and I will throw swag in there for whoever our winner is.
All right, there you have it, boys and girls. So you will get the 5-day reunion, and it'll also have some swag to go with it too. And Mona, how we do it here is I'm going to go up and down the comment sections, and you're going to tell me when to stop. And Tiffany was sharing. She said, yes, Mona has some awesome swag. She does, guys. I have some Mona Shroff swag. It is nice. Okay. All right. So Mona, let's see. Let me get ready. Okay. Whenever you tell me to stop. Okay.
Stop.
Okay. The winner is, I'm going to click on that person so you can see it. Jennifer L. Copeland, you are the winner of a copy of the 5-day reunion, as well as some Mona Shroff swag. Jennifer, if you will inbox me your mailing address, I will get that information to Mona, and she will get that right out to you. Guys, it has been amazing hanging out with Mona Shroff, as well as you guys hanging out with us as well for her novel, The 5-Day Reunion. Mona, please tell us, how can they get them a copy?
So this is available wherever you buy books. I would put a little shout out to any of your local independent bookstores that you have around town, or if you want to do them online, they have it. It's also available on Amazon. Someone sent me a picture. It's in Walmart. Woo, Walmart. And I think it's also in probably the big chain bookstores as well. So I think, let's say, almost anywhere you can buy a book, because it's category romance, and wherever you find category romance, I'm sure that's where you'll find it.
I love it. And Mona, just so they'll know too, it is available in ebook and print. Is it audio yet, or just ebook and print?
It's just ebook and print right now. Yeah.
Okay. There you have it, boys and girls. It's available in ebook or print, whatever suits your fancy. It's available where books are sold. Of course, your local bookstores, you can get it from your local indie bookstores, as well as some of the big chains. You can get it from there as well. You definitely want to get you a copy of this book, guys. And Mona, please tell us, how can we stay connected with you?
So I'm most active on Instagram, and that's at Mona Shroff Author. So you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I do have a Facebook author page that's linked to that, and I go there from time to time. I'm on Twitter, not a ton on Twitter, but I do go to Twitter, and I do have a TikTok. which I'm trying in the new year to spend a little bit more time making some videos, but I just haven't gotten over that yet. And I have a website, monaDshroff.com. But like I said, I am most active on Instagram and Facebook.
I love it. And Mona, on your website, is there a newsletter that they can sign up for as well?
That is my other 2022 thing that I'm going to do. Is I am finally going to start a newsletter here at some point. So yes, I am going to start a newsletter, and I will be sure to put that on my website as well as all over my socials.
I love it. There you have it, boys and girls. Follow her on social media platforms as well. She is very active. And again, guys, like, tag, share. When you get your copy, take pictures, post it, tag Mona in it as well. Tell a friend as well that this amazing read, the 5-day reunion, is available now where books are sold. And guys, of course, once you finish reading it, please leave a review. I know that Mona would be so appreciative of you doing that. Guys, that is our show. Before I leave, Mona, I will allow you to have the last words. Is there anything you want to say to the people?
Just thank you so much for tuning in today, whether you're live or whether you're later. I'm so excited. And please pick up a copy of the 5-day reunion. And I hope that you enjoy it. And happy reading. And Angela, thank you so much for having me. We had so much fun.
I know, it was so fun. There you have it, boys and girls. That is our show for this evening. It has been amazing hanging out with Mona Shroff, guys. If you are just being introduced to her, she's an amazing author. Also, check out her website for her backlist. There's some amazing books there for you to read as well. And guys, as I always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, guys, bye.